Next up, we have Katie, screen name KT Guacamole. But when she was told that she had misspelled guacamole by a stranger, she got embarrassed and switched it to KT Pepperoni. So two things we can't believe that KT Pepperoni has done is once she danced so hard at the guy on the dance floor, she tore his ACL. And she still holds the push-up record at her middle school. Let's bring up KT Pepperoni.
She's a cat! I love pepperoni, it's delicious. I do too, obviously. Okay, hello everyone. Alright, so I have two disclaimers to my story. First, I know the theme of this is, I can't believe I just did that, but the theme of my story is, I can't believe she just did that. And the she, I'm not going to be as polite as Andy and, you know, not say her name. Her name is Olivia Clark and she's sitting right there. So that's the theme of my story. And then second, I tend to cuss when I tell my story, so I'm sorry if anyone's offended. So, basically, two of our friends were getting married in Charleston, South Carolina. So, of course, being the crew that we are, we decided to make a week out of it. You know, an adult spring break, if you. And, you know, 10 days of debauchery and, you know, shenanigans, just bring it back to our roots. So, naturally, we were so excited about it, so I went over to Olivia's apartment to help her get ready. And, you know, she, I will say, is one of the most productive account managers I've known in my life. But when it comes to her personal life, sometimes she requires a little bit of guidance to keep her on task and on time. So I was over at Olivia's and I was trying to help her like come up with an outfit for our themed beer pong tournament, which is very important. And as I'm sitting there sorting through her neon frat tanks, I get a text from our good friend Kyle, who really likes to tell whale jokes. And he texted me and he's like, hey guys, he also lives on the Upper East Side. He's like, hey guys, do you guys want to share a cab to the airport? And the thing was, we were all, oh, that's not good. Is everyone okay? We're good? We're good? Okay, awesome.
Can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, I really can't believe that just happened. Thank you, sir. So we are all, thank you, can we kick it?
We're good.
Good
It's
job,
like a
Aaron.
Jimmy Buffett.
Thank you, Alex. So we all are on the same flight, this giant group, it's like 10 of us. We're on the same 8 a.m. flight out of JFK to Charleston, South Carolina. And naturally, all of us being on the Upper East Side, Kyle is asking if he wants to share a cab. So that's a nice thing to do. He's being a gentleman. And I look at Olivia and I'm like, Kyle just texted me and said, hey, do you want to share a cab? And I'm like, we're looking at each other and we've also are like 2 bottles of red wine deep while we're packing. And we're sitting there thinking, oh no, he's totally gonna be late. Like, no way, he's gonna hold us up. Let's not do this. So I text him back like, oh, actually we're just gonna head out straight from 77th, like, woo, spring break, yay, see you tomorrow. So he's fine with that, obviously. We finished the 3rd bottle of wine and I walked 6 blocks home and finished my unpacking. And then continued to set 4 alarms because you can't trust snooze and I just want to be safe. So our flight's at 8. I set it, you know, I have to be there an hour early to check my bag. Takes an hour to get there. Need like 15, 30 minutes to get ready, you know, whatever. So it's like 5, 5:15, 5:30, 5:45. Natural, right? Okay, so set my alarms. Then I drift off to my sweet dreams of sand, PBR, and hot dogs. And it's wonderful. And then the next thing I know, I wake up naturally, so that's not a good thing. And I look at my phone and it's 7:15. And our flight is at 8 a.m. out of JFK, and I immediately jump out and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god, what am I doing? And I'm just like running around my room, like no rhyme or reason. And I call, speed dial Olivia, call her, ring, 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 ring. Hi, you reached Olivia Clark. Can't get your message right now. Please leave your name and number and I'll call you back. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't she call me and check on me? I don't understand. So then I'm still like literally aimlessly walking around my apartment confused, and I call her again. Ring, ring, hello? I'm like, Olivia, you overslept too. Oh my God, it's 7:15, we're gonna miss our flight. What the fuck do you do? And she's like, fuck, shit, fuck. Just try and get in a cab, just try and make it, just do it. And I'm like, okay. So I hang up and I'm just like sitting there so confused. So, you know, I put on my white girl attire for the airport, put on spandex, t-shirt, baseball cap, and I zip up my massive suitcase that I'm going to Charleston and I'm going somewhere else after. So I have a giant suitcase basically. Zip it up and I'm freaking out, run out of the door, forget to close it. I found out later that I didn't close the door of my apartment. And I go out to the cab and it's now 7:25 in the morning on the Upper East Side. Of course there's no cabs and I'm sitting there freaking out, and a whole 10 minutes later I finally get in a cab. So I get in, I tell the cab driver, I'm like, listen, I'm completely screwed, I'm gonna miss my flight, but I need you to step on it, please, sir. And then I start to look up flights for Olivia and I, because I'm being, proactive. I'm like gonna get tickets because I know that we're not gonna make it. So I start putting these tickets in my cart because literally there are only 2 seats left on the next flight out, which is like an hour later. And right as I'm passing LaGuardia, everyone knows about Manhattan. I go from the Upper East Side, I'm passing LaGuardia, JFK is still really far away. So I call Olivia, and I'm like, hey, I have 2 tickets in my cart, should I buy these tickets? Like, we're not gonna fucking make it. We have 15 minutes to make this flight. And Olivia's like, oh, and there's like a lot of wrestling, and the cab, I hear like a man in the background, and she's like, hold on a second, wait, I'm pulling up to the terminal, hold on a second, I gotta go, I gotta call you back. And I'm like, what the fuck? How are you at JFK? I'm passing LaGuardia right now, this is ridiculous, that's not fair, and she hangs up. So it's great, yeah, love you, Olivia. So then I'm sitting there in the cab and I'm like, whoa, this can't be real life that she just made it to JFK in 15 minutes. So I sit there and I'm like, this is really confusing. So let's rewind 30 minutes. And let's talk about Olivia's experience in the morning after I gave her a wake-up call for her wonderful flight to Charleston. So I give her a wake-up call. And apparently she heard her alarms, but she decided to hit snooze because she wanted to, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. She kept hitting snooze. And when I gave her a wake-up call, she bolted up, and the difference was that she had 3 wonderful roommates to help her, one of which is Olive, the wonderful host of this event, to help her pack her things, and literally shoved her out the door in 5 minutes. Packed her suitcase, got her a cab, and she was in her cab. So the biggest factor of this entire story is that Olivia did not bother to do anything, and by anything I mean get dressed. So she, literally rolled out of bed. So let's talk about her outfit. No shoes. I don't want to say that she has pants because she doesn't have pants on. These are like pajama shorts that are like this much material and no underwear underneath. She has no bra on. I'm really sorry, Olivia. I think you can handle this, right? Okay. So she has no bra on, a big t-shirt, so it looks like she's not wearing pants. And just in case it's like too sunny and she breaks her sunglasses, she has 2 pairs of sunglasses on her head. Okay.